As we find ourselves mired in the depths of an economic quagmire, the siren's song of stability beckons to us like a mirage in the desert. Yet, as Isabel Schnabel, the prescient voice of the European Central Bank, so eloquently reminds us, the path to prosperity remains a treacherous one, fraught with pitfalls and potential price shocks that threaten to derail our journey. It was at a recent awards ceremony in the idyllic town of Kiel, Germany, that Schnabel's words echoed like a clarion call to arms, a rallying cry for vigilance in the face of uncertainty. "We could be threatened by new price shocks," she declared, her tone resonating with a gravity that belied the serene surroundings. In an era where economic turbulence has become the norm, her admonition served as a sobering reminder that complacency is the enemy of progress. The European Central Bank, that bastion of monetary policy and financial stewardship, has found itself navigating uncharted waters, treading cautiously amidst the eddies and currents of a global economy that seems to defy prediction. With each decision, each adjustment to the levers of interest rates, they walk a tightrope, balancing the delicate scales of growth and inflation, ever mindful of the consequences that could reverberate across the continent. Schnabel's words carried the weight of experience, tempered by a pragmatism that has become the hallmark of the ECB's approach. "That's why we are on alert and haven't pre-committed to a fixed-rate path, but are staying data-dependent," she asserted, acknowledging the futility of rigid dogma in an era of fluidity. Like a seasoned mariner, the ECB has learned to heed the winds of change, adjusting its sails to navigate the treacherous currents of economic reality. The recent decision to lower borrowing costs, while a welcome respite for those burdened by the weight of debt, was not a panacea, but rather a strategic maneuver in a broader campaign. As Schnabel deftly noted, the ECB's actions were not accompanied by a rigid roadmap, for such hubris would be ill-suited to the ever-shifting landscape they confront. Most officials, their voices echoing the cautious optimism of their leader, have highlighted the lingering risks of inflation. Their words a testament to the ECB's unwavering commitment to safeguarding the delicate equilibrium that underpins economic stability. A cautious approach, they argue, is the only prudent course, for to act with reckless abandon would be to court disaster. And yet, as Schnabel so astutely observed, the disinflation process is likely to be somewhat bumpy, a euphemism that belies the tumultuous journey that lies ahead. For it is in the difficult last mile that the true mettle of economic stewardship is tested, where the resolve of policymakers is forged in the crucible of adversity. The dichotomy between goods inflation, which Schnabel noted is slowing with relative alacrity, and the stubbornly persistent price pressures emanating from the service sector, underscores the complexity of the challenge at hand. It is a multifaceted battle, waged on multiple fronts, where victory on one flank does not guarantee triumph in the war. The ECB's projections, those harbingers of cautious optimism, paint a picture of a consumer price growth that will not reach the coveted 2% target until the final quarter of 2025, a goal that, while tantalizing in its promise of stability, remains a distant mirage, obscured by the haze of uncertainty that pervades the economic landscape. Yet, even as the specter of inflation looms large, the current nowcast by Bloomberg Economics suggests a glimmer of hope, a reading of 2.2% for June that hints at the possibility of progress, however incremental. It is in these flickering embers of optimism that the seeds of resilience are sown, fueling the unwavering determination that has become the hallmark of the ECB's stewardship. But Schnabel's words carry a cautionary tale, a reminder that the path to prosperity is beset by pitfalls and perils that defy easy categorization. Geopolitical risks, those specters that haunt the corridors of power, loom large, their shadows casting a pall over even the most carefully laid plans. The fallout from climate change, an existential threat that transcends mere economic concerns, manifests in the form of landslides that have scarred the pristine landscapes of Switzerland, a grim portent of the challenges that lie ahead. These supply-side shocks, as Schnabel so aptly termed them, are the wild cards in the economic game, the unpredictable variables that can upend even the most meticulously crafted strategies. It is in confronting these uncertainties that the true mettle of leadership is forged, where the ECB must navigate the treacherous waters of decision-making with a steady hand and an unwavering commitment to the greater good. Amidst this maelstrom of challenges, Schnabel also shed light on a phenomenon that has been weighing heavily on the delicate balance of labor productivity and monetary policy transmission: labor hoarding. Like a millstone around the neck of economic progress, this tendency to hoard workers, to cling to human capital even in times of turbulence, has emerged as a formidable obstacle, one that must be addressed with the same resolve and determination that has characterized the ECB's approach thus far. Yet, in the midst of this tempestuous economic climate, there are glimmers of hope, rays of optimism that pierce the gathering gloom. Schnabel's words carried a reassuring message, a testament to the ECB's unwavering commitment to anchoring inflation expectations and staving off the specter of a wage-price spiral, that insidious cycle that haunts the memories of those who lived through the turbulent 1970s. Now that inflation is going back, we're seeing that wage growth is also gradually easing, and there are no indications of a wage-price spiral like we saw in the 1970s. Schnabel declared, her words a beacon of hope in the gathering storm. It is a testament to the ECB's vigilance, their steadfast determination to navigate the treacherous currents of economic uncertainty with a steady hand and an unwavering commitment to their guiding principles. And yet, even as the winds of change blow, Schnabel's insights offer a glimpse into the resilience of the private sector, the indomitable spirit of enterprise that has long been the engine of economic progress. Firms are starting to absorb higher wage costs in their profit margins, she observed, a revelation that speaks volumes about the adaptability and resourcefulness of the business community. In this era of uncertainty, where the only constant seems to be change itself, the ECB's approach has emerged as a beacon of hope, a guiding light in the gathering storm. Through their unwavering commitment to data-driven decision-making, their willingness to adapt and evolve in the face of ever-changing circumstances, and their resolute determination to anchor inflation expectations and safeguard economic stability, they have become a bulwark against the forces of chaos that threaten to engulf us all. As we navigate the treacherous waters of economic uncertainty, it is comforting to know that the stewardship of the ECB is in the capable hands of visionaries like Isabel Schnabel. Her words, imbued with a wisdom born of experience and a pragmatism forged in the crucible of adversity, serve as a rallying cry for resilience, a reminder that even in the darkest of times, the indomitable spirit of human perseverance can triumph over the most daunting of challenges. For it is in the midst of crisis that true leadership is revealed, and it is through the lens of adversity that the true character of institutions is laid bare. The ECB, under the guidance of Schnabel and her colleagues, has emerged as a beacon of hope, a steadfast bulwark against the turbulent tides of economic uncertainty. As we look to the future, we would do well to heed the lessons imparted by this venerable institution, to embrace the principles of data-driven decision-making, adaptability, and an unwavering commitment to the greater good. For it is only through such a holistic approach that we can navigate the treacherous currents of economic upheaval and emerge triumphant, our spirits buoyed by the knowledge that we have weathered the storm and emerged stronger, more resilient, and more resolute in our determination to forge a path towards lasting prosperity. It is a truth universally acknowledged that economic progress is not a linear journey, but rather a winding road beset by obstacles and challenges that defy easy categorization. The path to prosperity is paved with good intentions, but it is the fortitude and resilience of those who walk that path that ultimately determines its course. As we stand at the crossroads of an economic landscape that seems to shift with each passing day, it is imperative that we heed the lessons of those who have navigated similar terrain before us. The insights of Isabel Schnabel and her colleagues at the European Central Bank offer a roadmap for success, a blueprint for navigating the treacherous currents of uncertainty that threaten to engulf us all. For it is in the crucible of adversity that true character is forged, and it is through the lens of crisis that the true metal of leadership is revealed. The ECB's approach to the challenges of inflation, wage growth, and supply-side shocks has been a masterclass in pragmatism, a demonstration of the power of data-driven decision-making and a willingness to adapt to ever-changing circumstances. Yet, even as we laud the ECB's stewardship, it is essential that we recognize that the path to economic stability is not a solitary journey. It is a collaborative effort, a symphony of voices and perspectives, each contributing its unique melody to the broader composition of progress. The role of the private sector, those intrepid captains of industry and commerce, cannot be understated. It is their resilience, their ability to adapt and innovate in the face of adversity, that serves as the engine of economic growth. Schnabel's observation that firms are beginning to absorb higher wage costs in their profit margins is a testament to the indomitable spirit of enterprise, a reminder that true progress is born not from acquiescence, but from a willingness to confront challenges head-on. But it is not enough to simply confront these challenges. We must also seek to understand their root causes, to delve beneath the surface and unravel the intricate tapestry of factors that shape our economic reality. For it is only through such a holistic understanding that we can hope to craft solutions that are both effective and enduring. The phenomenon of labor hoarding, for instance, is a symptom of a broader malaise, a manifestation of the uncertainty that pervades our economic landscape. It is a defensive posture, a reflexive response to the unpredictable nature of the times in which we live. And yet, as Schnabel so astutely observed, this very phenomenon has the potential to undermine labor productivity and impede the transmission of monetary policy, creating a self-perpetuating cycle of stagnation that must be addressed with urgency and resolve. It is in moments such as these that the true value of visionary leadership becomes apparent. For it is not enough to simply react to the challenges that confront us. We must also anticipate them, to peer into the future with a clarity of vision that transcends the myopia of the present. The ECB's recognition of the potential supply-side shocks that lurk on the horizon, be they geopolitical risks or the insidious fallout of climate change, is a testament to this very quality. By acknowledging these threats and incorporating them into their decision-making process, the ECB has demonstrated a level of foresight that is all too rare in the annals of economic policymaking. But foresight alone is not enough. It must be accompanied by a willingness to act, to make the difficult decisions that will shape the course of our economic destiny. And it is here that the ECB has truly distinguished itself, for their actions have been guided by a steadfast commitment to their core principles, tempered by a pragmatism that acknowledges the ever-shifting nature of economic reality. The decision to lower borrowing costs, while a welcome respite for those burdened by debt, was not a knee-jerk reaction, but rather a carefully considered strategy, informed by a nuanced understanding of the complex interplay between interest rates, inflation, and economic growth. The ECB's refusal to commit to a fixed-rate path, opting instead to remain data-dependent, is a testament to their willingness to adapt to changing circumstances, to embrace the fluidity of economic reality rather than cling to rigid dogma. It is this very quality, this willingness to evolve and adapt, that has become the hallmark of the ECB's approach, a beacon of hope in a world that seems to be in a constant state of flux. For it is not the strongest or the most powerful who ultimately prevail, but rather those who can adapt, who can embrace change and harness its power to shape the course of their destiny. As we look to the future, it is imperative that we learn from the lessons of the past, that we heed the insights of those who have weathered the storms of economic uncertainty before us. The path ahead will be beset by challenges, by obstacles that will test the very limits of our resolve. But it is in these moments of adversity that the true character of a society is revealed, that the metal of its institutions and its people are forged in the crucible of experience. We would do well to emulate the example set by the European Central Bank, to embrace the principles of data-driven decision-making, adaptability, and an unwavering commitment to the greater good. For it is only through such an approach that we can hope to navigate the treacherous currents of economic uncertainty and emerge triumphant, our spirits buoyed by the knowledge that we have weathered the storm and emerged stronger, more resilient, and more resolute in our determination to forge a path towards lasting prosperity. In this era of unprecedented change, where the only constant seems to be uncertainty itself, it is essential that we cultivate a mindset of resilience, a willingness to confront challenges head-on and to adapt to ever-changing circumstances. For it is not the strongest or the most powerful who ultimately prevail, but rather those who can embrace change and harness its power to shape the course of their destiny. The insights of Isabel Schnabel and her colleagues at the ECB offer a roadmap for success, a blueprint for navigating the treacherous currents of economic uncertainty. By embracing the principles of data-driven decision-making, adaptability, and an unwavering commitment to the greater good, we can hope to emerge from this crucible of adversity stronger, more resilient, and better equipped to confront the challenges that lie ahead. But it is not enough to simply emulate the success of others. We must also strive to innovate, to push the boundaries of what is possible, and to forge our own path towards prosperity. For it is in the crucible of adversity that true innovation is born, that the seeds of progress are sown and nurtured into fruition. As we look to the future, we must embrace a spirit of collaboration, a willingness to join forces with those who share our vision and our commitment to economic stability. For it is only through the collective efforts of governments, central banks, and the private sector that we can hope to weather the storms that lie ahead. The challenges that confront us are daunting, but they are not insurmountable. By harnessing the power of innovation, by embracing change and adapting to ever-shifting circumstances, And by cultivating a spirit of resilience and determination, we can forge a path towards lasting prosperity. It is a journey that will be fraught with obstacles and setbacks, but it is one that we must undertake nonetheless. For it is in the crucible of adversity that the true character of a society is revealed, and it is through the lens of crisis that the true metal of leadership is laid bare. As we embark on this journey, let us take inspiration from the example set by the European Central Bank and its visionary leaders like Isabel Schnabel. Let us embrace the principles of data-driven decision-making, adaptability, and an unwavering commitment to the greater good. And let us do so with a spirit of resilience and determination, secure in the knowledge that we possess the collective will and the indomitable spirit to confront the challenges that lie ahead. For it is only through such unwavering resolve that we can hope to emerge from the crucible of economic uncertainty triumphant, our spirits buoyed by the knowledge that we have weathered the storm and emerged stronger, more resilient, and more resolute in our determination to forge a path towards lasting prosperity.